For over a century, this phrase remained hidden within the folds of Elena Blavatsky's works, excluded from all official publications and the most well-known texts. Yet within those lines lies a disturbing secret. Some beings move among us without a soul, unaware of their inner emptiness. The story of this discovery begins in 1891 when Blavatsky delivered a sealed manuscript with black wax accompanied by 3 crossed-out words: "Vessels without light." Her instructions were clear and relentless. Do not reveal anything until the world continues to believe that every human being is genuinely human. That document was hidden in a teak wood box, protected by a complex 3-key mechanism, guarded by 3 members of the Theosophical Society. Only the most initiated, those who had surpassed the 7th degree of rigorous esoteric training, could even approach this forbidden truth. Mentioning its existence was forbidden, and its knowledge was reserved for a select few. Yet, in the final pages of that text, Blavatsky described something that would change everything. A phenomenon that alters how we perceive the people around us. A profound shift in how we look into their eyes. The revelations in those yellowed pages explain phenomena that modern psychology still struggles to comprehend. That feeling of emptiness when observing certain individuals, that subtle intuition that something essential is missing behind their gaze. It's like an invisible shadow, an absence perceived as a lack of vital spark. In the cold winter of 1891, Elena Blavatsky wrote her last text to a disciple while a monsoon storm thundered against the windows of her residence in Adyar. That never-published manuscript had been carefully sealed and kept, and only later was it discovered that it contained a shocking statement. There exist beings who appear human but have never hosted a soul. The manuscript traveled under diplomatic protection through numerous countries, passing from hand to hand until it reached the private collection of the Guimet Museum, where it remained safe for decades, enduring wars, revolutions, and social upheavals. The custodians, often unaware of the true content, entrusted themselves with its protection, knowing that its secret must remain hidden. Only in 1994 did an incident reveal the existence of those vessels without a soul. A restorer handling the yellowed pages under dim light in a conservation laboratory felt a strange sensation, like static electricity, but colder, accompanied by a metallic smell similar to ozone after a lightning strike. The discovery of that document marked a turning point, as it was revealed that those beings do not cast shadows nor leave traces in the Akashic records and are capable of walking among us unnoticed. Their presence is subtle, invisible, yet unsettling. They are individuals who move without a soul, lacking that spark that defines authentic humanity. Blavatsky's studies indicate that these entities are more widespread than one might imagine, especially in urban areas where the mechanical rhythm of life masks their presence. Their presence manifests as a void perceived during interaction, a subtle disorientation, a sense of vitality slipping away. These beings react without emotion, blink with perfect regularity, their pupils dilate mechanically, and their body temperature is slightly lower. They are like automatons devoid of inner light, and this condition signals energetic exhaustion, which can manifest as chronic fatigue, emotional numbness, and ultimately a sleepiness of the soul, a detachment from higher consciousness. Blavatsky emphasized that professions and environments such as hospitals, government offices, and schools are particularly susceptible to this draining influence. These places, where souls are treated as production units rather than sacred flames, become fertile ground for the soulless and dangerous territories for authentic essences. The growth of these invisible presences is linked to a cosmic and spiritual cycle that manifests through the ages, a dark evolution of Kali Yuga, in which most of the population is born without the divine spark. The Blavatsky manuscript also contains rituals and practices to defend oneself from this invisible threat. One such ritual practiced daily at dawn involves specific breathing techniques, visualizing an amber light, and using a coded mantra, the interpretation of which took months of cryptographic work. This ritual, called fortification of the soul, aims to keep the inner spark alive, protecting one's energetic field from these empty entities. The sound vibration of a sacred word, meaning "I persist," strengthens the aura and prevents the essence from dissolving. The presence of these lightless vessels, individuals without a soul, has a profound impact on our energy. Their minimal but constant subtraction of vitality manifests as cooling sensations, pressure in the eyes, or a void in memory. These signs of exhaustion are alarms from the soul that must be heeded immediately through simple sacred breaths and detachment from interaction. Their insidious presence is linked to mysterious symbols, also found in other esoteric texts, like those of Rudolf Steiner, which indicate a connection between these entities and ancient secret knowledge. The implications of this knowledge are disturbing and profound. If many people we meet are vessels without light, then our way of relating to others, perceiving empathy and compassion, must radically change. This is not about judgment, but awareness. These creatures, lacking a spark, are not inherently evil, but empty, incapable of genuine feeling. Their presence could explain moments of inexplicable emptiness, the dissonance between words, gestures, and emotions that modern psychology tends to label as disorders. Blavatsky suggested that even the dreams of these beings are devoid of light, lacking authentic images, as if they live in darkness without images or voices. Their morning routines lack the transition normally accompanying the soul's awakening, and those without a spark, when awakened, remember nothing, like turning off and on without passing through true consciousness. An experiment conducted by Blavatsky herself in 1890 demonstrated that some subjects in deep sleep showed no signs of dreams or dream activity. When awakened, they had no memory, as if they had lived in a state of absolute void. If dreams are portals of the soul, what remains when all that one would experience in those moments is contentless absence? Modern science still does not fully understand why we dream, but Blavatsky suggested that this phenomenon could be proof of an existence beyond the physical. Recent neurological studies, such as those from 2018, have shown that some people do not enter REM sleep, associated with dreaming, but continue to live seemingly normal mental lives, even in total silence. Perhaps, as Blavatsky described, these are precisely the soulless beings living in darkness, without true dreams or journeys. However, the most unsettling revelation concerns the ability to drain the energy of those who still possess a soul. Blavatsky encoded a fortification of the soul ritual, a daily practice involving specific breathing exercises, visualizations, and a secret mantra which helps maintain the spark even in the presence of these empty entities. The ritual takes about 12 minutes, and its effectiveness lies in creating a protective sphere of amber light around oneself, renewed daily. In conclusion, this forbidden knowledge invites us to reflect on human nature and the invisible dangers surrounding us. If many of us are unknowingly victims of energetic theft, then our true challenge is to keep the inner spark alive, strengthen our soul, and recognize those who aim to drain it. This is not about fear, but awareness. In a world where spiritual energy can be stolen and manipulated, true strength lies in preserving one's light through daily self-care and vigilance against those without a soul hiding among us. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Infinite return.